I thought that it would be kind of fun to do Huevember again this year. This is a challenge that I've done before, like forever ago. And I'm gonna do in this video 1, 2, and 3 right here, the yellow, chartreuse, and green. And like I said, I've done this before. These are some of my previous ones from, I think this one was 2022, and this other one is from 2020 or 2021. I can't remember exactly, but they're kind of older and I didn't really do it last year, so I kind of want to do it this year. I think it'll be fun. And for this, I started off with just the Procreate recording because once again, technology fails me and I lost the recording that I took. So we're starting off with this, but honestly for sketching and drawing, this is easier to see anyway, like the overview of it, so it works for me. But yeah, so I wanted to start off with the yellow one, and I was going for a like a celestial, like star kind of a vibe with hers, just very like sunny and bright. So I didn't like the highlights that I did, so I just painted over with like a mid-tone, and I'm going to re-put some of those highlights back in. So that's here. So those are some of those highlights. I just think I had too many highlights before, so I just wanted to redo that. But that's the thing that I love about digital painting, is that if you don't like something, you can just paint over it. It just feels very forgiving, and I just love doing it. So that's why all of these are digital paintings, because I miss digital painting. I've been doing a lot more drawing and line art focused stuff, and I wanted to return to my roots. This is what I started with, was really more painting digitally. And then her mouth was bugging me, so I finally fixed it. And I like this mouth a lot better. But yeah, so I really wanted to go for like a bright, sunny look for this. And if you look back, any yellow hue painting that I've done, I put a lot of orange in there. And then I am adding all of the sparkles. I couldn't resist. I added all of the sparkly bits before I was ready because the painting is not even quite done, and that's usually what I do last. But apparently I could not stop myself from just adding them now. And then we go back to doing some more of the shading on the hair. And yeah, so all of these are fairly simple paintings. They're just using the color to make a little portrait. And I just had a lot of fun with it because it was nice and simple, and I love colors, and I really like bright, solid colors. I don't know. It really catches my eye. But yeah, so this is the first one that I did, and I also went in and added some, even though it's not yellow in the challenge, or kind of challenge is to do it all in yellow, I added, just for some visual interest, a little bit of blue on there. And I did that with all 3 of these, as I added like the complementary color in some of those darkest shadows. And for this one, I wanted to do a Medusa style character, and I was having a good drawing day with this. I loved this, for the exception of those little snakes, which I've always wanted to do a Medusa, but I haven't because I was afraid of drawing snakes, because I've never drawn them before. This is the first time I've ever drawn a snake. And you can tell because the one on the right looks a little bit like a frog, but that's okay. Like I said, I was having a good drawing day with this one. It was one of those drawings where everything I was doing was turning out exactly like I wanted it to, which was awesome. I love those days. They are good days. So we're just going in and we're doing some of the shading, and then I went back in with the darkest color and just kind of put in a little bit of the darkest bits, little lines, and I don't know, it just helped things stand out a little bit better. And with the eyes, I couldn't decide if I wanted to do like normal eyes, not pupilless, but like the slits, the slit eyes. I ended up not doing those. I just didn't like the way that they looked, but you know, it is what it is. And then I gave her some dark lipstick because I just thought that would look really cool, and it did. I liked the way that turned out with the dark lipstick. I don't draw a lot of my characters with makeup on them, and maybe I should try doing some more stuff with makeup just because it's fun to play around with the different things that you can do with makeup, but in art, kind of fun to do. I used a lot of stuff on the multiply layer for all of these, like the sketches I did in the color but on a multiply layer, just so that when I laid colors and stuff underneath it, it would be well, and then I also lightened up the opacity of it, so it's on a multiply with a lighter opacity for the sketches, because with the colors underneath them, that would help them look a little bit softer. I think it looks cool to kind of be able to see a little bit of the sketching underneath a painting, and not have it completely gone. It's something newer that I've been really enjoying. And then again, I went in with the sparkle brush before I was ready, and I can't remember what this brush is called off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna have to put it on the screen. But I love this brush for sparkly things. I mean, look at the lips, they look really good with that sparkle on them. And I thought it helped with kind of the Medusa-y look to have that like shiny, sparkly. And then I went back to doing the procreate recording so that we could just kind of see these snakes, because I did them fairly quickly because I was afraid of them. So not because I'm afraid of snakes, but I was just afraid of them looking bad, so I just like hurried and did them. Looking at them now, they look fine, but like at the time I was like really stressed about it. That one on the right still kind of looks like a frog to me, but that's okay. And then here's it with a bit of the purple. I really like the way that this one looks with the complementary color shadow thing. I think it looks great. I'm very happy with this. And because I was so happy with this, the next day I did something that I was not very happy with, which is this one. I didn't like this one very much, but I kept trying to like go back and fix it, and spent a lot of time on it because I was trying to fix what I didn't like, but I couldn't, and I just decided to throw in the towel and be like, you know what, sometimes we just make stuff we don't like, and that's fine. So I'm not super in love with this one. I loved the idea. I like the branches coming off of her, because I was kind of going for more of a dryad, and I really like those branches and the look of it. But I think the thing that really threw me off with this one was the lighting was kind of weird, and I was trying to make her look like she was kind of like glowing within, like inside, but I think that threw off my lighting groove a little bit, and I don't know, I don't think that I executed the lighting very well, which is why I think I didn't like this one as much, because I love painting with green. I love green, but yeah, I think it was the lighting with this one. I really liked though, like the swirly grooves in the wood, but like on her. I thought that looked really cool. And I'm probably going to play with this again in the future. This one I based kind of off of this same idea that I had the first time I did Huevember. And I'll put that up so you can see. And looking at them side by side, I definitely like my older one better. I think that the grooves on this one are cooler, but I like the look of the old one a little bit better. I think that I just did the lighting better or something. I just like it better. And see, I tried to give her like the smoky stuff that the old one had, but I just didn't like it. I thought it looked too busy on this one, and I tried playing around with her eyes to see if that would fix what I didn't like, and it didn't, so I took it away. But this is what it ended up at. It's not terrible, but it's just not my favorite, and it's because, I'm telling you, it's because I liked the first one that I did. That's just how the world works. If you do something you really like the next day sometimes, but you know what, that just means that the next day you will make something fabulous. That is the art universe rule. But anyway, these are the first 3 that I did. I'm probably gonna do more. I might not be able to do them all within November because I am slow. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.